the guru of Squad 00, the assassin like no other. Yes, I'm the best at what I do. It's here to bring you my 14th Deathmatch. Ah, it's a special one. You know, 2 icons, 2 legends, 2 heroes, the practically epitome of heroism. However you want to say it, whatever. We in him from the left side. You know him. Saiyan came to Earth, grew up, born, bred, dead, a martial artist. I don't have to give this man's credentials, really? To say no further, he is none other than Son Goku, aka Goku, aka Kakarot. The man's name speaks for itself. It's the stuff of legend. And likewise, from the right side, the last Kryptonian, the Man of Steel, the last son of Krypton. He is none other than Superman Kal-El. Like I said, do I need to say more? Need I say more? Let us begin. Now, this deathmatch, I wasn't going to do it. But given the fact that I decided a few months ago that I could not let, and especially considering the amount of onslaught that happened after Screw Attack Screw Up, the infamous Screw Attack Screw Up, and the misconceptions that people have of this face-off, I had to do it. Like you should see, it wasn't in my original 12, but I'm like, you know what? This is one of the most pivotal ones in all of them. This is something that's been debated upon debated. One of the most debated, highly contested, most, where the fanboys clash heavily in the last decade to 20 years. Okay? The last decade, I don't know what happened. It's like an explosion. And it's like, people who don't know Goku, I'm talking mass, like I'm saying Superman who destroyed, and people who don't, or people who overhype Superman. You feel what I'm saying? No bias from my side. If you know my death matches, you know I bring the facts. I don't sugarcoat, I don't BS. And so sometimes surprises happen. Once again, I just simply bring pure analysis. I really love both characters. I grew up with both. Goku's my second favorite character of all time. My first in anime and manga. He's the reason I got into anime. And it's like what with Superman. I grew up with Superman. Superman the animated series, okay? Smallville was great. Just so much Superman I've seen. Justice League, from Super Friends, you name it, I've pretty much seen with Superman. Except for some of the movies and junk. Regardless, most things I've seen with Superman. And Golden Age Superman is my favorite version of Superman. But it doesn't matter. Like, both these characters, I have mad interest in. So, once again, no bias from my side. Now, as I always do, I bring in 3 main categories and a few subcategories under each category. Now, my categories, for those who don't know my criteria by now, are attack, defense, and strategy. Under attack, I have 4 subcategories. First off is strength, which means physical strength, ladies and gentlemen. Lifting the power. One's brute force. Number 2 is speed. We're talking about fighting speed, combat speed, not transit/travel speed. That is not fighting. No, we're talking pure combat, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the battlefield kind of junk. Okay. Number 3 is techniques. Number 4 is DC, which is destructive capacity/power. Now let's begin with strength, and this one should be obvious. While my dude Goku, he's strong. We first of all don't have any quantifiable evidence as to how powerful he actually is. Okay, especially considering the Super Saiyan multipliers. And mind you, this is something Screw Attack screwed up. We're using pure canon here, ladies and gentlemen. Even though I do love Super Saiyan 4, and I love Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which are talking canon, which means Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And I'm only using the most common, the most gleanable thing of Superman, because Superman's been retconned so many times. There's God mode Superman, the Superman Prime where he's in the sun for 1,000 years, and yeah, he's pretty much a demigod of God. Okay, then there's the whole Superman Silver Age where he's sneezing away planets. There's the whole where he's just lifting Like, come on, dude. Like, he's playing volleyball and dodgeball with planes. Like, stop, please. I mean, season with galaxies. Excuse me. So no, I'm using most commonly depicted Superman. Physical strength clearly goes to Superman. Like I said, Goku's a martial artist, and I'll get more into that later. But Superman, he's not completely dependent on strength, but he's a strength-based fighter. That's what he is. He's wrestling, he's a brawler more or less, and I'll get into that later. But how strong he is depends on where you go for. But I mean, he's lifting up mountains easily, and I'm not sure how well Goku's handling mountains. So we'll just go with that and say Superman wins the point with the strength category. Second category, we're talking about that speed. Clearly goes to Goku. Here's why. Goku, I mean, you can go with the whole Namek saga, just for example, where these dudes had 5 minutes to fight, and they're fighting and fighting and fighting faster. And remember, people who can normally keep up, who travel at extraordinary pace at fighting, not their transit, because their transits, compared to Superman, it's not even debatable. But as fighting goes, these dudes fight not faster than light, at least not at that point. And he increasingly, when you add in Super Saiyan, it's 50 times his base form. You add in Super Saiyan 2, it's 2 times that of Super Saiyan 1 multiplier. And then the multiplier of Super Saiyan 3, I believe it is, if I'm correct, is 4 times that of Super Saiyan 2. So 200 times, what's it? No, 400 times his base form. And if we're going by end of series Goku, it's arguable and debatable, but if you want to go by, because it's 10 years, one can argue that he was Super Saiyan 3 level in base form. Okay? And, whether you want to take what GT said or not, it is what it is. But if you go by that base form, like, his speed was phenomenal. I mean, his battle against Kid Buu is ridiculous. The speed at which they fought. Now, the thing about it is, Super Saiyan 3, I'll get more into the problems with the form, but keep that in mind. Superman, when he fights, unless he's flying through the air and hitting you, he does not fight fast. Like, he's fought, he's lost to characters like Mongol, Metallo, and you can say, whoa, the Kryptonite. Okay? His weaknesses are Kryptonite, Red Sun, and Red Sun lowers his ability, as well as magic. He's harmed by magic, if you go by Captain Marvel, excuse me. Thinking of something else from earlier. Anyways, the thing about it is, he does not fight that fast. Brainiac has fought him. Lex Luthor on different occasions has fought him. Batman's fought him. Then you have Wonder Woman, can fight him pretty much on par. John Jones, Martian Manhunter, near Superman. I mean, and this is to other things, okay, as well. Green Lantern could kill Superman. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern could kill him, as well as the Flash can kill him. Okay. Now, whether you're talking Barry Allen or Wally West, take your pick on that one. But as far as in actual fighting speed goes, I mean, every depiction that's normally depicted does not have him fight fast. You can say, well, they're nerfing his ability. Not really, when you go to the comics and see how many guys who are actually fast fighters. Move on. It's clear that Goku ties it up with that one. With techniques, this one edges out to Superman. Now, Goku, here's the thing though. He's a martial artist, and I'll explain more into his martial arts. But his main techniques, I mean, he has the Kamehameha, he has the Solar Flare, I believe the Dragon Fist. He's got the Spirit Bomb, which probably won't be effective in this fight. And people think, oh, he's got a charge. He actually doesn't have a Spirit Bomb when he doesn't have the charge. Even Yamcha has that. What other techniques? Those are the main ones. The Dragon Fist, the Kamehameha, the Solar Flare, and the Spirit Bomb. Those are the main ones I can think of. The Kamehameha, the Solar Flare, and the Spirit Bomb. Those are the main ones he used later on. Now with Superman, he's got the Heat Vision, the Freeze Breath, super strength. He's got super speed. I'm trying to think. X-ray vision. Just a whole slew of abilities he has. So he beats Superman in abilities, if you want to include that as well as techniques. Now, from a martial artist standpoint, it's not the case. We're just going from abilities. Superman has them, so I'll give that to Superman. When it comes to destructive capacity, this one's tough because Goku is at least he's easily planetary. He's probably at least multi-planetary, if not solar system. How powerful Superman is debatable. So I'll leave that one questionable. So as of right now, Superman seemingly wins in the attack category. Now, to defense. When you come from a defensive standpoint, I have 4 subcategories once again. I have reaction time, durability, stamina, and agility. When it comes to reaction time, this is tough, but I actually have to give it to Goku. Because once again, he fights at a faster pace. Here's the thing. With Superman takes a bunch of damage. He takes punch after punch. I mean, if you ever see him battle Darkseid, for example. I mean, this dude takes hit after hit. Goku cannot afford that. As reasonably so. So, to me, this is a clear cut. Goku wins the reaction time. Now, when it comes to durability, this is questionable. How durable Goku is. But here's the one key point. He's normal junk can hurt him. He can take a mad amount of damage, but Superman takes a hell of a lot of damage, and it goes with his his lack of speed and reaction time. So this one should be an obvious Superman. So we're tied once again to no surprise. This is why it's a legendary fight, right? Now when it comes to stamina, this is tough. And here's the thing though. If it's Super Saiyan 3, first of all, I don't have Superman stand up to Super Saiyan 3 Goku for very long, to say the least. I mean, he's getting wrecked. But Super Saiyan 3 in the normal form, it's very draining. So Goku can't really use that form a lot. So he most likely use Super Saiyan 2. And that'd be a very interesting fight. If it's according to Super Saiyan 2, his stamina is quite high. How high? We don't know his full length. And we don't know, actually, end of series, if Goku has overcome that Super Saiyan 3 drainage. When it comes to Superman, he has that whole sun thing. He can go. But he had also that long battle with Doomsday. So, it's hard to say who has the most stamina, but I think I'd have to give the slight edge, probably a little more than slight, to Superman, because he can go a good while. But it's tough. For now, I'll give it to Superman from what I've seen with Goku, because of the power level draining of the Super Saiyan states. Now, if he can remain in base form for much of the fight, then he's got the edge. So, but otherwise, just pure stamina wise, I have to give the edge to Superman. When it comes to agility, this once again is not even a question. It's Goku, and I shouldn't have to explain why. Goku is once again a martial artist. He's been trained in martial arts since he was a child. Okay, this dude, he can't take the he can't continually take damage. So he fights against other guys who are highly skilled in their own forms of martial arts. So he's constantly moving and moving through the air. Superman, not so much. He hasn't mastered Jack. And again, I'll get into that in a bit. But, so we're tied up right now. So, because of the inconclusive destructive capacity, we're more or less about even. Now, comes to, once again, to the all-important strategy. This is why strategy category is so important. You got the location, fighting style, and fighting intelligence. Okay. With the location, as long as it doesn't go into space, because as of now, Saiyans cannot breathe in space. If it's on the planet, then there is no disadvantage to Goku. I cannot recall. Help a brother out on this one. I cannot recall if Superman can breathe in underwater as well. I cannot recall that because I know Goku can. But if he goes into space, Goku he can't breathe, so it's dusted. So as long as it doesn't end up in space. I mean, it can be high in the stratosphere, but if it's in space, it's over. That's the only, thing about it. Now, everything else, A-okay. When it comes to, because you understand, Goku, he's been under hundreds of tons of Earth's gravity, so he's good. Fighting style. Goku is clearly superior here. This dude has mastered every martial art he's come up against. He's fought a very skillful martial artist, from Master Roshi / Jackie Chan to Tien Shinhan, Tien, Piccolo Jr., eventually Piccolo, Demon King Piccolo, Mercenary Tao, Raditz, but he learned specific styles. The Turtle School style, he learned Kami, Mr. Popo and Kami style. He's learned from King Khan's planet. He's learned, he's faced against Vegeta, who eventually in Super Saiyan 2 he's fighting on par with. He fought against Frieza, against the androids, against Perfect Cell. You feel me? Who's the best, besides Goku, the best technical fighter. Well, actually, yeah, pretty much the best technical fighter in the story. And then against Majin Buu and eventually Kid Buu himself. I'm talking about Fat Buu. And all this battle experience Goku has, he's honed his skills as a martial artist. Okay. When it comes to Superman, out of all the battle experience, Superman has yet to master a single battle style, a single fighting style. Now, he's been taught even by Black Canary, by Batman, by a few different folks, but he ain't mastered jack. He goes this basic brawling, so while Goku be stanced up and he does, punch a lot of punch and kick, in a way. Superman just throws, his weight around, his punches, and he tries to, beat you. He tries to pound you in the ground. Similar but different to how Thor fights, because Thor actually fights with a weapon. But keep that in mind. Now, to the fighting IQ, this to me is obvious. People get this twisted. They say intelligence. Oh, Goku's stupid, which he's not stupid. Or Superman's all this intelligence. When it comes to battle, Goku is a fighting genius. He's like, come on, people. You know this. Goku's a fighting genius. This dude's adaptability, this dude's knowledge, like he gains, his ways of training, like everything about him. He is practically the definition of a martial artist. When it comes to Superman, his fighting IQ, it's good. I'll put it at a good. I gotta admit, he's got a lot of battle experience. It's good, but he should be making the same mistakes time and time again. Okay, he doesn't learn, he doesn't evolve because he doesn't need to, or so he seems. Goku had to, or else he would have died. It was a necessity. Superman not so much because of the innate advantages that he has. Overall, it would be a close bout. It'd be a tough bout, but I have to go with Goku. And like I said, no fanboyism. When you take into consideration the fighting genius, when you take into consideration the fighting style, you take into consideration of the speed, okay, the reaction, the agility. For movements alone, Superman's at a massive disadvantage. Now, I know he can take a lot of damage, and I know he's got a boatload of stamina. But when you take into consideration how it happened with the Doomsday fight, you see that he has he can get beat around. And also, if you take into consideration, Goku has greater range of his attacks in general. Kamehameha versus laser versus heat vision. Come on now, y'all, please. You know that Superman relies on close range combat, close to mid range combat. Goku can go, close, mid, and long range. And he has the Solar Flare. Solar Flare, instant Kamehameha. How many of them is Superman really surviving? I'm being dead serious. You feel what I'm saying? We saw what he did to Cell. I'm just saying, though. Okay? If it wasn't for Kid Buu's regenerative abilities, his hack's regenerative abilities, Goku could have killed him several times over. So, let's just take this into consideration. When I look at overall fighting perspective, Goku is the clear victor. It would be a very tough battle, but Goku clearly defeats Superman Kal-El. Unexpected one, and like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this one, and please provide logic, reason, facts, and evidence. Alright, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace. Till next time. And my 15th death match, I can't remember at this point, but it shall be coming soon. No lie, not lying. Alright, y'all.